Come in.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Doing good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great myself. My name is Caleb Meyers. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today.
No problem, sir.
I just want to go ahead and start off by giving you my business card. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. I'm always available via phone call, via email, whatever's easiest for you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. And I just wanted to go ahead and give you my business card as well.
Thank you so much.
If you have any questions afterwards or we need to schedule another meeting time, just feel free to reach out and contact me.
Definitely. Thank you so much. So how are you doing this week?
I'm doing very well, sir. It's almost the end of the week, so my week's just getting better.
I completely agree. Can't wait for that weekend.
We do both.
Yeah, so I respect your time. Is it still all right if we have that 8 to 10 minutes that we spoke about earlier?
Yes, sir.
That's all right?
Absolutely perfect.
Okay, so for today, I'm just going to go ahead and grab a little bit of info. I'm just going to go ahead and ask you a few questions, and then I'm going to go back to my office, compile that all onto a portfolio, and then get back to you after that. Does that sound all right?
That sounds amazing.
Okay, and is it okay if I take some notes today? Is that all right?
Yes, sir. By all means, go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. To start off, what type of CRM, if any, is your company currently using?
We actually do not have a singular CRM set in place. We use a combination of Microsoft Excel and Outlook to keep up with important numbers, dates, and client interactions.
Okay. And how difficult is it to train your employees right now with your current system?
It's not too difficult to train them in Outlook and Excel because they're programs that everybody is usually very familiar with. So there's really not too much of a difficulty with that.
Of course. How many employees do you currently have in your company?
About 48.
48?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you know about how many of those are salespeople?
I would say we have, I think, about 32 in our sales on our sales team and our energy advisory board.
Okay. So on a normal day, how often do your salespeople have to document their interactions with different clients?
Preferably, I'd like them to document their interactions every time they have one, so that we're not repetitively asking clients the same questions.
Okay. So to go over, I know you were saying earlier about how there are some troubles with your CRM system. What are some of the cons of your system?
It just the compilation of information, because we use a lot of different sources, and including Excel and Outlook, and then our own employees get to pick whatever CRM they like, so they may not be as compatible with each other as other CRMs would be.
Okay, I understand. So on the flip end, what are some of the pros, do you think, for your CRM?
It's a very easily learned system. Like I said earlier, it's a program a lot of people are familiar with, so there's really not too much of a learning curve with it. And it is very flexible, I would say, just because there's different forms of communication to get the information out there, but it's not always the most reliable.
Okay. So are you and your company currently licensed to work internationally?
We're currently in Mexico right now, and we are licensed to expand in Canada. We just have not yet.
Okay, that's interesting. So you do currently have plans for furthering your international expansion, as you were saying?
Yes, we'd like to get into Canada soon, but we just have not been able to yet.
Okay, do you think you have the number of employees necessary in order to expand to places like Canada?
We would probably need a couple more employees to work in the more northern area if we do expand into Canada. But other than that, I don't think we need too many more employees.
Okay. And currently, with the way things are going right now, how many clients do you have right now?
We service just over 2,000.
Okay. Very interesting. And how many clients, with this continued amount of a success that you're going with right now, do you think you would be servicing within the next year or so?
Well, realistically, I'd like to keep our levels of growth kind of consistent with what they are right now internationally. So I would say I'd aim to get another 2,000 clients whenever we expand, if we expand into Canada.
That's a very realistic number, I believe. Okay, so how often do you normally use your teams in sales interactions?
I would say that actually about 20% of our presentations are team sales.
20%?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you know about the number of employees that are normally participating in those sales teams interactions?
It depends on the size of the client and how much attention to detail is required, if it's a lot of information, but usually it'd be anywhere from 2 to 5 people.
Okay. Okay, so I did do a little bit of external research on your company. I've seen that you're growing at a pretty steady rate over the past few years. What do you think your prediction is for growth at the end of this year?
I'm hoping that it's going to stay pretty consistent with what we've been doing at about 120, 130%.
Okay, alrighty. And how has your current CRM been able to keep up with that growth for this year?
It's been doing okay. There is some things that it leaves to be desired. Communication's been a very big problem with our expansion, um, but it's been doing the job, but it hasn't been flying above it.
Okay, so just to clarify, earlier I believe you spoke something about not having real-time updates with your current CRM system. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. We don't get any real-time updates.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So how long does it normally take to document a typical sales interaction with your employees?
Again, it depends on the size of the client, but usually anywhere from 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that seems like a lot of wasted time.
It definitely is a task and a half to document those sales interactions after you have already went through the process of making the sale.
Okay, and by the end of the week, after all of those sales interactions are needing to be, put together with the employee that's in charge of it, with the client, do you know about how long it will take to compile all of that into one place so you all can see it?
It's usually about a day process to compile all of the salespeople's information into one database for us to look at.
Okay, okay. So with your current system that you have now, do you think that your company would be able to continue with the success and growth that it's had internationally?
I don't know if we'd be able to continue with the same level of success, but I do think that we would be successful if we expanded.
Okay, so right now, is there a way for you to check current areas of success with your salespeople?
Unfortunately, there is no way for us to kind of check those metrics.
Okay, I understand. And how does the current communication process affect your sales team's ability to start and close sales as of right now?
Well, it just kind of slows down the information relay time, and it could potentially affect whether or not we get a client because we don't move as quickly on some things as we should, or there's just discord and misinformation going around.
So would you say you're seeing a lack of efficiency with your employees right now?
Yes, I would say that it's a very inefficient process.
Okay, so with a more efficient CRM system, how do you think your employees would be able to use their time more effectively?
I think that if they didn't have to take as much time to document the sales, that they would have more time to go and generate new leads and potentially, get new customers.
Okay. Do you think that improved communication would be able to help customers gain new prospective clients?
I definitely do think that, because with the process of information, it's just very, very important that everything is relayed accurately and effectively.
Okay. All right. And how many more sales do you think you'd be able to generate if you eliminated these inefficient tasks that are happening because of your current CRM?
I definitely think that we could be delving into a lot more markets if we cut out some of the inefficiencies, and we could definitely retain more customers. It's just hard to put a figure on it.
I completely agree. Do you think a different CRM system would increase the efficiency of your current sales team?
100%. With eliminating a lot of those inefficient tasks, they have more time to focus on what's actually important, and therefore, they would be doing a better job as a whole.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for giving me all this information here. Just to clarify, it looks like you are having some trouble with your current CRM system. Like I touched upon earlier, I'm going to go ahead and take all this information that I've gathered here. I'm going to put it into a portfolio back at my office, and then I'll get back to you. Would you be able to meet again next Wednesday around, let's say, 10 a.m.?
That would be amazing. You just let me know when you have that portfolio finished, and I'd be more than happy to schedule another.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming in.
All right, have a great day.
You too.